Welcome back. Today we've got something fun for you. So we're going to be talking about your training personality. And there's basically 4 of them, and everybody falls into at least one of them. But everybody's a blend. So as I go through these descriptions, you're going to identify qualities of yourself in different ones. But here's why I want to bring this up. What happens is, why do some people get started on something and they just get it done no matter what? Why are some people always fit? Why are some people never fit? Like, it doesn't matter. I mean, no matter what they do, they're never fit. Why are some people starting and stopping all of the time? Okay. Why do some people get really excited about something in the beginning and then quit, right? Like, they don't fully quit. They like dabble. They don't really stick it out. So we're going to start by talking about personalities. And there's, like I mentioned before, 4 of them, 4 primary personalities. And we're going to color code you, okay? So I'll go over each of them briefly, and you can begin to select what those are. And in the future, I'll put in an assessment where you can actually identify yourself and then some more characteristics about you. But this should be fun, and you might get a better understanding as to why your behaviors are a certain way, or why your interactions or relationships with training or health and fitness and others and things like that work a certain way. So there's basically 4 types. You have your reds, your blues, your greens, and your yellows. None of them are good. None of them are bad, okay? Everyone has positives. Everyone has challenges they need to overcome. So we're going to start with the reds, okay? So your reds are, I'm having too much fun talking about this stuff. Your reds are your type A's. Your drivers. They're the ones that they want the bottom line. They're the ones that when they sign up for a program, they want a result, like the result is in their mind. And if they believe they can get the result through doing the action, and like they're the ones where you say, okay, you show up 2 times a week, 1 hour each time. And, we'll do that for 4 weeks, and then you'll have 8 hours of training under your belt. This will get everything cleared up. You'll say, okay, well, what if I just do 8 hours tomorrow? I'll take the day off of work. I'll just get it all done. Can I get it finished? Well, does that work? They're very aggressive, very assertive, but interestingly enough, also the most sensitive, okay? Dysfunctionally sensitive, meaning they'll go hard. They'll do everything that they can. And then if they don't get what they want, even if they didn't do the work, they'll start whining about it. They'll be the ones that, they'll come up with some sort of excuse because they can't face the reality that they didn't get it done. So they're the win at all costs, really go-getter kind of people. They're the ones that are always lifting heavier, pushing themselves harder, and they like to be noticed for that. So they like to be noticed for how hard they work. The benefit of that, right, is it's a very small percentage of people that are actually like that. And when you look at those people and when they work really, really hard, they're the ones who work in spite of injuries, okay? They just push through them. They're the ones that are, they're dialed with whatever they're doing. So if they have a goal that is body composition based and they need to lift heavy, they're going to lift as heavy as they can, and they're going to do everything they can in order to get to that result. They will measure, track, do everything perfectly because they want that result more than they want anything else. And so that's our reds, just your type A, go after it, get them kind of people. So some of you fall into that category. Now we have our blues, okay? Our blues are the people that they're very social. They're big on variety, okay? So they're the ones that adventure and change are very important to them. They get tired with monotony. They're the ones that have never really met a stranger. So when they start training, right, they're the ones that they'll show up as long as there's variety, but they won't really do any of the other things, okay? They're not going to do their nutrition plan unless it's something that's already close to what they're doing. They're not going to be the best at adjusting their overall lifestyle because variety is so important. They're already set in a routine that they don't realize. So it's a subconscious variety that they believe that they're living, but they're not, because it doesn't actually move them towards their goals. So in that world, one of the things that's important with variety when it comes to exercise is variables any different way. So that could be in timing, it could be in reps and sets, it could be tempo, meaning how slow are the movements, it could be in the exercises themselves. And most of them don't care if they do the exercises right or not. They just want the change. So when training them, or if you're one of them, one of the ways for you to make your most progress is to learn those exercises. Number two, when it comes to diet, you're going to find that you need variety. So that could be something where it's different flavors, different cuisines, different proteins, different vegetables, and shopping for those in advance, like coming up with a small part of your system, which you already do, to allow you to leverage that variety in your life. So not only can you get to your goals, you can get there much faster than you would otherwise. Now we have our greens. Our greens are our super analytical. These are the guys or women, using that term generally, that are always fit. Like it doesn't matter. It's like they know they have to be fit. Logically, it makes sense. So they just do it. Like they don't have to push hard. They know they shouldn't be overweight, have high blood pressure, high cholesterol. So they don't. They just do the right things. When they don't, they seek out a solution. It has to make sense for them. Okay. And they only make decisions based on new information. So these are somebody that if they read a book on wheat belly or keto or intermittent fasting, that's the gospel until they read another book that says, hey, this is why that was wrong. Here's why this is better. This is why this works. The reality is science precedes all of those. We can pigeonhole whatever we want. And they're the ones that if you give them a 67-step process to success, they're going to follow it step by step, but they will not move on until they've perfected the first step, then the second, then the third. So they have a lifetime building up into these little elements. So they really want to dial in that perfection, and everything has to be logical and make sense. And last, we have our yellow group. Okay, this is our supportive group. This is the largest group in the population, definitely in the US and maybe other parts of the world as well. They're the ones that are generally the least in shape. Okay, these are the ones that they always want to make a change because they're very somatic, they're very kinesthetic, in touch with themselves. Feeling matters a lot to them. They want to feel supported and also offer support in ways that makes them feel good and a part of a team. They want to work towards an outcome. So that outcome has to be done in such a way where they feel like they're contributing and they're making progress to that as well. And as they make progress to that, the changes that they have to make are very small and incremental. These are changes that are like just showing up, right? Just showing up. Showing up to the studio, making that first call might be the hardest decision that they've had to make. And then second, showing up with a whole bunch of new people that they don't know. And then the fear of not getting something right. And then, loud noises. And then somebody else saying, boo, don't do that. And they're the ones that need the most support. When it comes to their foods, definitely very carb heavy, very serotonin based, very easily emotionally disrupted, meaning they can feel stressed very easily. Therefore, they need to have foods that allow them to calm back down. So while it's not intentional, they often put the weight back on as a byproduct of their own thoughts, not their actions. And so in these four personalities, we're all there. We're all a part of each of these. And it'd be interesting to hear what you think yours is in the comments below. So if you listen to this and you have an idea of who you are, go ahead and drop that. Or if you have questions, go ahead and ask. And I'll see you in the next video.